sometimes doors are going to shut in your face. It's not an easy thing when you hear no. But I just want to encourage you, like, you're going to hear no in your life, but don't stop at that no. Hello, beautiful people. I hope you guys are having a wonderful and a blessed day. My name is Tina, and today I'm here to just share a video with you guys, a word of encouragement, and also some updates with things that have been going on in my life. This channel is really about transformation, transforming your life, your mind, yourself to becoming that person that God made you. This is what it's all about. And when it comes to transformation, it's easy for you to tell someone about your transformation once you have already transformed. But the process, transformation is a process. Life is a process. Everything has stages and it takes time. So I wanted to create a video where I can be raw. I can share my experiences and also some wisdom and advice of things I have endured and what I'm going through. So this is really what this video is about. If you are here or come across this and you really want the raw truth of life and everything, then this is the place. You want to stick around because it's going to get good, okay? It's going to get really, really good. I promise you. But yeah, it's just me being transparent and vulnerable, sharing the highs and the lows, because as we go through the process of life to get to where God has called us to be or become the people that God has created us to be, there are high moments and there are low moments as well. It's just the process of life. There's no way to avoid that. So I wanted to share some things with you guys that have been happening. And I was actually ready to work on my business. And I was like, let me make a short motivational video real quick about this, because this is really big. So I made a video, as you guys you may not be able to tell, but it's on my page, about quitting smoking, right? So smoking was something that was a big part of my life. That was like the only bad habit that I had, and I struggled with that for so long. I started smoking at 18, and I'm ready to be 27 next month in August, and I was just like, no, this can't go with me no more. After just having time to reflect and in prayer, I was like, God, this is it. Financially, I was spending like $236. I started doing some real evaluation based on the promises that God have over my life, where God is taking me, the person that I want to be, and what I'm doing. I had to cut some things out of my life, and that was one of the biggest thing that had to go. That was bad. Everything else was minor. And when I say minor, I'm talking like maybe more discipline. I'm already disciplined, but more of it, right? So that's not so bad compared to smoking. So I started my journey, okay? I started my journey, you guys, no smoking, and I have been doing well. It has been a struggle. It is still a struggle, but I'm to the point now where it's not more of an addiction and a craving. It's more so you can choose whether or not you want to smoke. So it's still a journey. It has been 2 weeks now, you guys. I'm still going. And by the grace of God, I truly, I prayed all I want for my birthday is to be done with that for good and close that chapter. So that is the update with that. By the end of these 30 days, I will give you guys a more detailed depth update, but this video is more so about changes within my career. So I have been working in the banking industry for 5 years with the current company, but I have over 8 years of banking experience. I got into the banking industry like when I was 18, 19, and I have worked with several banks. And honestly, you guys, with my current role, I was totally miserable. Like, I did not like the job. I have outgrew the place, the management. It was so many things that it just wasn't pleasing to me. But more so, within the last 3 years, I had to battle when it came to my pay increase. I'll give you guys an example. Due to COVID, even though I had met all my metrics, the company decided not to pay. However, the top people, the CEO and their friends, everyone got a payout in millions. Like, that didn't make sense to me. And there was 3 years prior to that, within 3 consecutive years, similar situation have occurred where it's like, oh, we're not giving a raise because of this and this and that. It was always some reason. And I noticed the pay that I was making, it's not really what I should have been making if I was never cheated for those 3 years, which is this year make it 4 years, right? So I thought that was crazy, and I went into prayer. I reflected. I thought about it long and hard. Like, should I quit my job and work on my business full time? What should I do? You know, and I prayed about it. That's one thing. I pray about every damn thing. We see all these fast, quit your job, be your own boss, but I believe in wisdom, using wisdom and faith. Sometimes we go out just on faith, but we don't stop and use wisdom. We don't seek understanding. So those are two things that I always seek from God: wisdom and understanding, and my faith, and I pick up and I start running. That's me. You know, the Bible did say, in all things get wisdom and get understanding. So wisdom and understanding is really good, but I was in a hard place because for my business, I have been working on my business for years, you guys, and so many things happened within those years where my business couldn't be where it needed to be. And I understood that, you know, things happen in life, and sometimes you have to stop. You have to stop focusing on that business. So my business did not grow. I didn't get where I wanted to be at this stage of my life or whatever, but I'm still pursuing, and now I'm in the stages of rebuilding and branding my entire business and adding additional business to it. So I was like, God, I need to focus just on my business. You know, I need to save this amount of money. I'm going to quit my job. And to be transparent with you guys, I had about 12,000 and some change in my bank account, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to hustle, I'm going to bust my behind, and I'm just going to quit my job. And every time I said that, you guys, my spirit didn't have peace with it. Usually if it's the will of God, I have complete peace with every decision, even the most riskiest decision. I just have that peace, right? But it was like for months, I couldn't have no peace. And I'm like, God, what is this burden upon me? So I went into prayer, and I prayed and I prayed, and I just kept on praying, you guys. And God just revealed to me, like, it is not time yet for you to quit your job. You have another 2 years before you can completely leave the corporate world and become a full-time entrepreneur. Was I happy about that? No. What I wanted was to work full-time and be my own boss. And that wasn't the case. And God's plan and God's will is truly the best, because He knows all things. So I had to sit with myself and decide, you know. God give us free will. We have to choose His will or our will. It's wise to always choose God's plan, guys. So I thought about it, and I decided, you know what, I am going to go with God's plan, because for me, I'm a single woman. I don't have a support system. I am my support system. If I don't work, I don't pay these bills, I'm out on the street. That's it. And I have a business I'm constantly invested in, so my 9 to 5 also take care of that as well. So I decided I'm going to come up with a plan. I'm going to change jobs and get a better paying career started for myself until I can leave. So guys, the current company that I work for, I literally interviewed for so many positions. I was applying for a relationship banker position, and I applied for so many positions, you guys. And for some of them, I got a straight decline. I did not make it to the first interview. And for the other, I did make it to the interview stage, the whole process, the final stages, and I got many no's. I counted, you guys, and the total no that I got was 19. Okay, 19 no's. And there was 2 positions. One was a personal banker. Well, both was a personal banker for different location. So the other job, it was a personal banker. That was the first position I applied. I thought I did great in the interview. And then a few days later, I got a phone call back. I got the phone call actually that same Friday, the same week. And when I got the phone call, it was a no. And I was like, what? Like, I thought I did great. What could have happened, right? And the feedback just didn't make sense to me. So then, literally, you guys, I forgot about this other location. I didn't even know that I called. And with the job, the regular procedure is for an interview, a recruiter have to reach out to you. And it was on a Tuesday, you guys. And I got a phone call. I missed the call. And it was the branch manager that called. And it was kind of odd, because I'm like, the managers don't call to hire. That is left to the recruiter. So I was just kind of like, do I have white stuff, you guys? I do. I don't know. I hate those lip gloss. Anyway, I was just kind of like, why is the manager calling me? So I called back, you guys, and we had a conversation. And he was like, I want to do an interview with you tomorrow. I was like, okay, sure. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I'm off work. Set a time, whatever. We went through the interview process. Literally 2 days later, you guys, it came back. I got the job as a personal banker, but because of what I make currently, they couldn't pay me more. And I was just kind of shocked. I was like, wait a minute, okay? That doesn't make no sense. You're offering me a job, but no pay increase. So I did accept the position because my current job, you guys, for my mental health state, I gotta get out of there, seriously. So I accepted the job, but I went in prayer and I just started crying. I'm like, God, this is not fair. For 4 years, these companies have cheated me out of pay. I met my metrics, okay? I'm not that type of person that think I'm supposed to make this money when I didn't put in the work. I believe in earning your money, bringing value to the table, even in the workplace. That's my belief. So every time where I was cheated, it was hurtful because it's like, you're the top performer. You get compliments, you getting emails, and that's it. No, baby, I need a check. Okay, you so proud of me. I'm doing great. I'm doing exceptionally well. Write me a check. I need a raise. Like that lets me know I'm doing exceptionally well. Truth be told, all that cute little email stuff, listen, that's good, but I need a check, okay? I'm putting myself in school. I have a business to run. I'm doing all these things, so that check is needed. That's just me, guys. That's just me. So I was crying about it in prayer, and the Lord just gave me a scripture. Ooh, that scripture was what I needed, you guys. And when the Lord gave me the scripture, he just explained to me, like, I understand what you're going through. I know, I saw everything, but be patient. And I was like, what? It's been 4 years. What do you mean patient? I was like, okay, God, I'm going to be patient. And you guys, literally after that, the thought just came to mind, plant some seeds. Plant some seeds. And when I received that thought, I said, you know what? I'm going to apply for some more jobs at different banks. So I started applying for jobs. I applied for Bank of America. I applied for Truist, which is now, it's BB&T and SunTrust combining together. I applied there. I had an interview with Bank of America. And you guys, literally because of my current job, I couldn't make it to my interview. So that opportunity closed. I'm like, what the heck is going on, Lord? I need to get out of here. I need another job, a higher paying job, whatever. What is going on? And I thought, man, that was my opportunity. That was the open door right there. And, you know, if I would have left my current job to make it to the interview, it would have impacted my numbers. I believe in that being a great worker. I truly do. So I can't neglect my current job just to get this one. So I kind of felt like I just closed this door of opportunity to myself. I literally just shut this door closed. And I tried to reschedule. They never got back to me. That was so rude. And I did, you know, reach out in advance, but I thought that was rude. Whatever. You guys, this is where the encouragement comes in at. So after weeks went by, I had an interview for Truist, and I had the first interview. For the second interview, I couldn't do it because everything was digital and the link wasn't working. So I reached out to the recruiter. We tried to fix things. You guys, by the time she got back with me, they had already promoted someone in the senior banker, senior relationship banker position. So I was like, okay, it's something better out there for me. But I try to remain very positive and just, you know, encourage myself and not really be sad and have a pity party. I was like, you know what, God, it's okay. That job is mine. And I just left it as that. Literally, I lied to you guys not. I'm going to install the message on here, but a recruiter reached out to me from another town, like in a whole different county in the state where I live at. And it was like, I saw your resume, would like to interview you. Same company, same position. And I was like, saw my resume where? Because I know I have a LinkedIn profile, guys, but to be honest, I have not updated my LinkedIn profile. So I was just wondering, you know, long story short, you guys, the recruiter have forwarded my application all over. And I was just kind of like, that was nothing but God, because recruiter don't do that. You know, they don't do that. And when we finally had the conversation, she told me, like, we'll still love to interview you, but we promoted someone, but we have other position coming in. She didn't even tell me. She forwarded my application to another manager at a different branch. So long story short, you guys, I had my interview today and everything went well. Usually when it comes to interview, I am nervous. I'm like, the night before, a few days before, I'm going through my resume. I'm asking myself questions. I'm pacing back and forth because I just want to nail this interview, right? None of that happened. None of that happened. Nothing but complete peace. Easiest interview I ever went through. It was the easiest, not because of the questions they asked, but the peace that was upon me. How easy it was for the words to just flow out of my mouth and answer those questions. They was asking those scenario guys, and it was like scenarios were just coming to me like, yes, just give it to them. It was so amazing. And on my way there, I've been praying throughout the week, and on my way there, I was just praising God. I was like, God, thank you for giving me this job, Lord. Thank you for this. Thank you for that. I was just thanking God. And after the interview, I said, God, that was nothing but you. That was the easiest interview I ever had. Nothing changed. Still the same interview process. But my entire being, okay? The way the words flow through my mouth, okay? The way I articulated things, you guys. I am like, when it comes to articulation and things like that, I'm a foreigner, so it's not really the best. I struggle a lot. But let me tell you, it was no struggle in that room, you guys. Like, me and that interview was in there, and we was just talking. When I left, I said, God, I got that job. And that's just where we're going to leave it at. I got the job, and I'm going to make a video letting you guys know I got the job because I believe in God. And I just wanted to make this video to share with you guys. Sometimes doors are going to shut in your face. After being declined 19 times, hearing that no, interview after interview, and still having the audacity or the courage to plant more seeds, that's nothing but God. It's not an easy thing when you hear no. But I just want to encourage you, like, you're going to hear no in your life, but don't stop at that no. Even if it's 19 or 50 no, keep going and keep praying and just believe that God has a plan for you. God has a better place for you. I don't know if you guys can recall, but I mentioned the position I got now is for a personal banker. The position I was interviewing for at my current job was a relationship banker. The position I went for an interview to today that reached out to me is for a senior relationship banker, the highest. I was like, God, I didn't apply for this. Like, I didn't even know this existed. You get what I'm saying? I was like, senior relationship, and it was like, it's the highest position. And even when we came down to pay, y'all, I was just like, this is nothing but God. This is new. Your girl gonna be on salary, and it's nothing but God. So I just want to encourage someone. You may feel like things are not going your way. Doors are being shut in your face. You don't know what's happening. I just want you to trust in God and trust in the process that He's leading you through. It's not going to be easy. You have to work along with God. When you pray, you have to get up and plant those seeds, but don't give up whatever it is. Whether it is in your career, whether it is in your business, don't allow the fear of your yesterday to keep you away from the victory of today. Because those no's from my yesterday could have kept me from not planting those seeds that brought about today. Don't allow your fear from yesterday to stop you from receiving your victory for today. Do not allow it to happen. If you feel that fear, and this is something that I started doing, is being transparent with God. Sometimes we go to God and trying to be so religious or so perfect. That is something that I got out of me a long time, like in my youth. I come to God like I like to say butt naked. If I feel like I feel fear in my heart because of something, I go and I pray to God and I tell God, I'm fearful about this because I fail at this. I'm going to give you guys a perfect example. With rebranding my business now, I have to invest so much money. And I had to tell God, Lord, it's been 8 years I've been working on my business. And of course, in those 8 years, so many things transpired, but I've invested so much money and did not make that exact amount back in return. So that would cause a person to fear investing another dollar into it. But I know, based on the promises of God, if I don't do this, I'm not going to see that victory. I'm not going to get to that promise. And I had to be honest and transparent with myself and with God. And I went into prayer this morning and I just let Him know, Lord, you've seen how I have given this business my all, invested my all. And I am fearful right now because I have to do it again and I have failed these 8 years. Here I am, Lord. I need your grace. I need you to help me. And I just went there with an open heart, you guys. With an open heart, I cried. I let that pain just kind of flow from those failure, because failure is something that would keep you stuck. It will literally keep you stuck from moving forward. All those decline I got could have kept me stuck. But God is good, you guys. God is great. If you trust in his plan and you trust that God has the best intention, that God is sovereign, he has absolutely all power, and that where you desire to be, God is going to take you there. If you trust him and you work along with him, you will get there. It's not going to be an easy ride. It is not going to be easy. You're going to be faced with a lot of no's. You're going to be faced with a lot of roadblocks. I faced so many roadblocks. But you'll get there in the end. You will get there in the end. So that is really all that I have to share with you guys. Trust the process. Go through the process with God. Believe in yourself and in your ability. Believe in God, and just know that it's possible. It is possible for you. Like, I was so shocked. I was like, senior relationship banker? I didn't even know that was a position they had. Girl, when I found out the pay, I was like, God, I didn't ask for this. I just asked for a little bit. A little bit. Just a little bit of that. And God did something else. So, you guys, I'm still waiting to get the answer of yes, okay? Because it's faith over fear. It's faith for all things. And I believe the same God that got me into that interview, the same God that gave me the faith, the same God that gave me that peace to answer those questions and do all that I was capable of doing, is the same God that is going to make sure that interview come back around. That job is mine. I'm claiming it. And that is it, you guys. So I will be here in probably another 2 weeks, because it takes about a week for them to get back to me. And I'm going to tell you guys the result. It's going to be yes, you guys. That's it. So be encouraged, you guys. Whatever you're doing, business, whether it's in your business, your finance, your family, whatever it is, I just want you to have faith and believe in God and plant your seed. Pray over those seed every day and do the best you can do. Leave the rest up to God. Please don't worry. Don't plant seed and worry. That's kind of like you uprooting those seed. Leave those seed and give God all the praise and glory. That is all I have. You guys have a wonderful and a blessed day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.